Hello everybody and welcome back to SpellRogue. My name is Ben the Human. Last time we tried to mess around with the Azar, we got to the final boss, but we did get our butt kicked. I do play around on this game off camera. It's just kind of a game I enjoy booting up from time and time again. And last time I actually managed to beat one of the final bosses with Saphira here, the Wind Mage. And I beat Descent 2, which, you know, isn't the worst. It's still got the mutator, enemies dealing more damage, but we can kick it up to Descent 3 here. So I think I will choose a tier 2 mutator, and then enemies still deal more damage. Let's try her other set. I'm not very good with this one. The Electrolyze, you mess around with tilt, which can add or subtract a value. I prefer Harmony, which allows you to like reuse a die and then you get a free 3 to 4. We'll show how that works. And then you got Cascade, which after you've generated 2 shields allows you to +1 to your X. Anything that does an X stat, for example. We also have the gain Cascade every second turn. Static is pretty nice. It enables some cool spells. But let's try to lean into Cascade if we already have something that gives us Cascade. Let's give that a try. We're in the Dead Woods. We gotta pick a mutator. Enemies start with 1 power per boss defeated. That's interesting, because there are some mutators that just give people power. First turn, when an enemy is killed, take 25 damage. Oof. So that basically says don't kill an enemy in the first turn. 4th non-enchanted dice becomes a Vex. You could try to work around that. That's Major Vex ++. Whoa, boy. But we could gain a common spell right off the bat. I think I can work around adaptation. Everything starts with 0 power, and then the next round is 1 power, and then the final round will be 2 power. But by then we should have like our engine online, and then we can do pretty well. Looks like there's only 3 elite fights. So I think I'll go free artifact route. We won't be able to get to a shop, but maybe we can hit an early shop next turn. So let's start here and then get a free artifact. Artifacts can be pretty life-changing. 6 damage. Oh, we rolled terribly. So I'm going to show you how Harmony works here. So if I punch this 2 in here, it's going to change one of the 1s to a 2, and then it'll roll me a 3 or a 4. So we got a 4. So now I'll take this guy, punch it in here. It's going to give me a 4, and then another 4. And then I'll do it one more time here and change this 2 into a 4 as well. And then we ended up with a 4-4-3. So we'll go Chakra, Chakra. We'll get over... What's that called? Cascade, which will give a +1 to our 3 when we put it into Karma Burst. He's going to block a little bit, but we're going to block your attack. And then hopefully we can kill you this turn. A 6! Woofta! And we got a free Cascade from that guy. So let's turn you... We overflowed, which is pretty sick. Oh, because we had a Cascade. We have Cascade. Oh, that's sick! I didn't even think about that, because it gives you whatever die you put in here +1. Hey! Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, let's turn... Well, we can just kill you, actually. Goodbye. That's cool. Okay, I understand Cascade a lot now, especially with Harmony. That's really neat. +2 charges to target spell. Meh. I mean, we'll take it, because we have to. Boreal Cage, gain shield per enemy. Aeolian. Am I saying that right? Reroll with Aeolian. On dice spent, shift equal to X. Some spells do good moving around. I don't know if this is even good. I guess if you were punching 2s in there, it might be useful. I don't know, man. Or Electric Buffer, where you gain X shield, and if it's a 1, you gain static. I'm not a fan of any of these, really. Let's re-roll. Tornomancy. Gain 5 Tornado. Deal damage to all enemies. Deal damage to random enemy. When... Oh, from static. Interesting. Bladed Wings. Deal 4 damage. Increase this by 4 per empty spell this turn. That's kind of cool. Is that only empty spell of this spell, or is that all spells? Because if it's all spells, I constantly am trying to deplete all of my spells. So that could be pretty sick. I do also really like Guiding Zephyr. It's a cool one that kind of synergizes well with Countdown. I really like the Bladed Wings, though. That sounds really cool. I've never seen that spell before. New one. New spell to try out. Grow Shambler. 8 damage. And removing 15 health will spawn a lesser Shambler. So you're kind of like a slime that spits out more slimes. You got a 4. Change the 2 to a 4. Okay. I guess we'll do Chakra. And then... Oh, it does work. See how it's gaining damage per depleted spell? I get it. That's pretty cool. I think we've already blocked the attack, though, so let's just go ahead and do a Karma Burst. We got a 6 here. And now we have a Cascade, so we're going to Overflow, which is pretty cool. We're going to get another 6. And then we're going to Overflow again. All right. Dude, this is pretty good. Chakra. And then I think I can kill you. Because each of these is going to do 10 damage. Hell yeah. Goodbye. I didn't even need the shield. And then when I kill you, you're going to do 1 revenge, but you'll already be dead, so it doesn't matter. You're doing 4 damage to me? Let's Chakra. So we get a Karma Burst to kill you? Nice. Alright, I'm learning the pattern here. Gold, new spell. Vexing Skies. Put a 5 in, and you get 2 Vexes back. And then if it's aligned to the left, you can roll another Vex. That one's really interesting because it just gives you a bunch of die. But Vex isn't necessarily the best thing to use. However, I think if you put a Vex die into Harmony, it changes the die and then subtracts from it anyway. Although Windcrest is kind of neat. Countdown 5, and then you roll a free die, and then a random die becomes energized, which just gives you static. Then Arrow Guard is also cool. As you gain shield, it shifts to the left, and then if it's shifted, you gain +2 this turn. So you could get 2, 4, 6. So you could technically get up to 12, I believe, if I did the math right. If you punched 3 1s in here, it would give you 12 shield. What is it? How does that compare to like Chakra? Technically, Chakra could give you 12 as well, and the Cascade is pretty useful. I think I'm gonna lean Windcrest here. I think that one I can make work. The other 2 might be useful too, but I'm not 100% sold on them. Give me a shard. Who would we like to shard? 2 dice become Sparky. Or you could get to roll. You could use this twice. That could be useful. Harmony being used again is also really nice. This is interesting because it definitely would enable Overflow even more. Like we're kind of have the Overflow synergy already going. Change this to a 5 would be nice. Oh, there's a lot of different ways we could use a shard here. I think this one though is just being able to use it more times would be really nice. Although it does, you know what? Let's go with this one because depleting this guy makes Bladed Wings better. So we don't want to make it harder to deplete. All right, what do we got for an artifact? On a 5 rolled, you gain block. +1 charge to random spell 4 times. If less than 8 spells are cast, gain Foresight. I want to cast so many spells though. I guess on a 5 rolled, Because I guess what that would allow us to do is maybe abuse Harmony a bit. If we get a 5, just punch in a bunch of 5s. Maybe? Or 4s, since we need to roll a 4 plus 1, I think. All right, we got a 6. We got a Cascade. So we're gonna overflow. So if I punch in the 5, is this gonna work the way I think it will? Although I don't want to change my 3s now that I think about it. I don't think I do. Because you're gonna do Reckoning, which means you gain power per depleted spell. So we don't off. He's like the perfect counter to me. I don't want to power him up. I guess now's the time to deplete him. So let's go ahead and Wind Crest. We gained Sparky. So we can punch that into Bladed Wings. Hit him for 8. Hit him for 8. Hit him for 8. I guess that was good. We did 24 damage. And then we're going to do 1 damage on top of it. 2 damage on top of it. Ha 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 ha. Alright, don't deplete your spells. Gained block because we rolled a 5. Do it again. I think you want to punch 4s into Harmony then. I guess we'll find out if that actually works, but I guess I'm not 100% sold that it does work that way. Alright, we overflowed. So if I punched in a 4, we would find out. I actually kind of want to, just to see if it works with Staff of Protection. It's going to power him up. It didn't work. Okay, that's good to know. So the Harmony change of the die doesn't count. Good to know. Okay, Chakra. And then we would like, if we use Chakra again, that's going to power you up even more. Yuck. We don't want a Wind Crest because that's going to make you even stronger. This is tricky. We could Energizing Potion to avoid depleting this guy. You're gonna do 11 damage to me. I almost wonder, like, I'm trying to do the calculus of tanking some damage right now and trying to kill him sooner versus trying to block all the damage while not powering him up while doing a little damage to him. I'm not 100% sure what I should do. I think let's try to tank a little of the damage. And then we go Bladed Wings. Okay, we took 3 damage, which isn't that bad. And actually he's taken a turn off, which is fantastic. So let's go Overflow. 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 Pretty baller. Okay, so now we got a 5, which lets us roll a die and make something into Shocky. I guess I should have saved one of the Harmonies, because you being a 1 is not great. So let's make Bladed Wings go. Nice. Got him. All right, we're kind of learning. I'm glad that guy was kind of like a hard counter to what I was trying to do, so running into him early and taking him out was a nice thing. Changing you to a 5 is interesting. Changing this to add more damage does sound nice too. Because, like, say, like, Harmony's probably going to get depleted every time. Chakra's probably, and Windcrest is also a high likelihood. So that goes from, you know, doing 16 to all of a sudden now it's doing 25. That's a pretty significant change. And especially if we get something to help us with Countdown, I think we could get around not having to reduce its overall cost. So let's try to lean into it being like our main damage dealer, and then maybe we'll look to replace Karma at some point. Apply X to a random enemy. What does this do? When losing health, deal damage to random enemy. Oh, so it's kind of like, it's like triggering explosion on him. So like you do damage to them and then they damage other people. We could also apply weak and gain block. Very cheap to do so as well. Repeat and shift to the right. Shift to the left. Huh. That's an interesting one too. Even spells. Apply weakness, gain shield. What would I replace? Like, probably take out Karma Burst. Because, like, generally we don't really want to be rolling 1s through 3s. 3s are fine. And maybe we take Haze then. And then we just depend on Bladed Wings to do all of our damage for us. Give it a shot? I don't know. I'm spitballing here. In the murky depths of a swamp, you stumble upon a stone structure, and its weathered surface etched is an enigmatic geometric symbol. As the spherical vault stands closed, secured by intricate mechanisms safeguarding something of great significance to someone from a bygone era. Could take 12 damage and gain the Talisman of Suspension. Oh, you can let dice persist between turns. I think we can deal with 12 damage dealt to us. We have a rest coming up. Mushroom boys. Didn't roll super well. I should have put one of those 5s in Windcrest, I think. Can I undo? Well, hold on. So you are actually killing something this turn. Here, I think I need to do this over again. I did that poorly. Okay. So you... Good. Now... Then we punch you into here. Upgrade you to a 5. Okay, this is better than I wanted, than it was before, at least. Now, we're gonna have to I think we're gonna take some damage here. The thing is, we could kill the big guy, which I actually think is the play. Now that I think about it, because this guy's dead. Then you do 5 damage, which we block. You curse me, and then you... I don't know what that does. Do you apply that to yourself? Must. Haha! Take some damage. I've been wounded, though. That's no fun. Curse and wounded together is also not fun. Change to a 1. Interesting. So, what do we reckon? I think we want to overflow. I did not realize you were going to do that to our... It makes sense now, because that was the one. We're going to take a lot of damage here. Unless... What if we haze you? Chakra ourselves? Now we're taking 8 damage. Wind Crest. Sparky 6 is pretty baller. And then just charge down, and then assuming we'll get enough to... Oh, being poisoned sucks. I did not realize you were poisoning me. Go chakra, chakra, and then I'll kill you so you don't poison me again. Okay, poison goes through shield, so shield is not a valid strategy to try and deal with poison. Let's harmony. So there's our 5. Getting repeatedly wounded by you is annoying, but have to deal with it. I think spending you to overflow and just take 3 damage is okay. And then Wind Crest. And then Sparky. Is Sparky? I think Sparky's what we want to do because that will transfer you into a 4. Ooh, I forgot. Plus 1, 2 because of overflow or whatever. I don't know. Let's see here. I think. Oh, let's just cast a bunch of haze on this guy. And then gear up to... Unfortunately, we can't deal anything with that guy next turn. We're going to take 1 more poison damage. Oh, we electrocuted him to death. Sick. Static is pretty sick. I've never really made a full static build work, but I like the idea behind it at least. Upgrade. Upgrade. And then, what do we do here? Upgrade again? Yeah. And then get a 5. Oh, we rolled a 6. Nice. So you're doing 18 damage now. You're toast. Yeah, it's all about expiring... Or not expiring. Cycling through our spells fast so we can hit really hard with the bladed wings at the end. Apply 3 marked is nice. That would be really good against the boss. Twin shield, put a 4 in, gain 4, and then spend a Sparky to gain 3 more. So you could technically get 14 out of that guy. For 8. And this one you could get 9 for 9. But you do get some weakness out of it, which knocks down attacks by at most 3. So it is interesting, but this one would be easier to... That one would be easier to trigger. Choke is very interesting because for 1 to 2, you could apply 10 damage per turn. I think it goes away after the turn. But that's actually really interesting. I think that's really easy to get working. I think I'll replace Haze for now because I'd rather just lean on Chakra for shield. But I think the next thing we unlock, we bring Haze back. All right, Sanctuary. I think I do need the health for this because we're fighting the big boss. Forget how you work. You have little buds. And then what do you do? What are you doing? Growing its fruit to use next turn, and you're going to do 16 damage to me, which is very rude. Let's overflow. Then overflow again. We have 4 4s. Huh. There's the 5. All right, 2 to choke you. For 4 turns, dude. You could stack up real crazy then. Holy cow. Well, you're toast. And then we'll throw you in here just for now. If you remove... I should have probably wailed on you then. That's okay. Well, we can eat 1 attack for 6 damage. Since we generated a decent amount of block. Alright, now we would like to stun you so you don't power yourself up. Wind Crest. Got another 5 out of it. Then we charge the overflow. And then we do it again. And then 1 more time. Nice. Okay, so we got a 3. We don't have enough to put into choke, unfortunately, I realize. So 5, 4. What did Trataka. Gain Cascade and first cast gain Foresight. Ooh, it's a cool spell. Maybe in the future. All right, let's stop you from doing stuff and then hit your buddy to get rid of your flower. Nice. Okay, so Bladed Wings is going crazy now. All right, we would like to cast more Suffocation on you. I think it's important to get a 5. Overflow. Yes, there's the 5 we wanted to see. Windcrest. Choke. Oh, interesting. They're like different instances of suffocation. Huh. Gave me a 6, and now you're doing 18 damage. So we go there. We don't have enough to... Oh, we'd have to do 35 damage to you to hurt you. In that case, I think we're just going to tank some damage and get ready to do Bladed Wings next turn. I need to find another way to generate more 1s and 2s. Let's overflow. Overflow again. All right, no Windcrest this time because we got a bunch of 4s. Utilize Chakra twice. Then overflow. Not quite. Let's hit you twice with Bladed Wings. And that's gonna stun you, so you can't bring back your flower buddies. And actually you're gonna suffocate to death. Nice! Dude's choke is cool. I like that spell. We just need a way to generate more low scoring dice. 40 gold, got a boss artifact. Roll less dice each turn. We don't really want to do that. On enemy death, we could take... I always struggle with Dreadstone. You guys have seen it before, but I think if we work our way through... on odd turns, you roll an odd dice. I think I'd just rather roll an extra die each turn and then remember, you know, quote unquote, try to remember to keep yourself okay. Whispering Gale. Gain shield, and then when you've depleted it, morph into Tempest Shout, which allows you to gain 4 Cascade and 4 power. You receive whatever... I really want to see what that is. Receive 2 diamonds and then morph the spell back. Does it? So would this never count as a depleted spell? I don't like applying silence to myself. Volt Surge. That's a cool spell. I'll take that one. I really need to get something that allows me to count down on our other spells. That would be really nice. All right, into the next one. This is going to be a long run, I have a feeling. I might have to throw a pause in the halfway point, and then come back for the end of the run, maybe. Depending on how long it takes me to deliberate things. Receive Curse on enemy death. We can work around that, and actually 1s are not the worst thing in the world because of choke. Destroy a dice for every 16 rolled. Or take a damage per... I think I could work around Baneful, because we kind of like seeing single 1s. Now, we could get 2 elite battles, but there is a free spell over there, and we don't have a lot of gold. So I'm kind of thinking hit the shop early, battle, free spell, event, elite, and then on to the boss. So let's do it that way. The lowest die becomes Manifold. Manifold is really good in countdown sockets. I'm actually thinking I snag that immediately. We got 58 left. Trataka! This is the one we just unlocked. The first cast, you gain Foresight. The first cast for a battle or the first cast per turn? I don't know. Probably per battle, I would guess. Tilt All. I don't like messing with tilt. It hurts my brain. Return die with a random enchantment. Dark Dreams. Interesting. Oh, we don't have enough money for that one. Gain X and roll the Aeolian. Deal damage. Target attacking minus X countdown. Adjacent spells. Oh, if the target is attacking, it minuses X from the adjacent spells. That's kind of nice, because I have been talking about, like, trying to count down our other spells nearby. There's a lot of tempting things here. I kind of want to try Shock, because Shock would work really well with Haze. Because if you put in a 3, it would automatically cast Haze. So you'd be getting a free Shock and a Haze, if they're attacking us, to be fair. You're probably never coming back. Volt Surge, maybe. We don't have enough. I'm gonna hold on to Volt Surge. I was thinking maybe we'd get enough money to be able to get an artifact, but I don't think there was a way to get an artifact if we... Everybody gets a power because I did kill the boss. Lots of ones. We did get a Cascade. You're doing a lot of damage to me. That's not great. Apply power to to a random enemy on their death. Oh boy. Okay. The lowest die becomes manifold. Okay. Well, I think we punch this in here. Then we would like to make a manifold. Well, would we? Thanks for the overflow, though. I don't really want to make the 1 into a 6. Because I'd like to just cast Choke. So I'm thinking Chakra. And then Choke this guy. Then we Harmony to get some static, which gives us a 5. We throw that into Chakra to get 15 block. And then cast... I guess this doesn't really work. Because I was thinking if you turned this into Manifold, you'd get Bladed Wings cast, but it would still trigger the same. So I'm going to just throw you into Bladed Wings. And then do 25 damage to you. And then you're gonna die to suffocation, actually. I think. Goodbye. You don't even get to attack. The fact that he dies before... The suffocation triggers before is sick. Let's get me a 5. Never mind, it's a 6. I forgot about that. Give me a Chakra. Give me another Chakra, and then this will give me a 5. Wind Crest. Rolled a 6 and a Sparky. That's baller. I actually think we want to make both of these Manifold. Because what this does is that we can fire Bladed Wings twice here. Nice. Dude, Bladed Wings is actually pretty baller. It also encourages us to unlock more spell slots because the more spells we can deplete, the stronger it'll become. More gold? Damage potion is always nice. I love that one. What do we got? Fulgur. Deal X damage. Set random die to X. Thunder Crash. Deal 12 damage and apply weakness to all other enemies. Or Auspex, gain 8 shield, set all die to 3 or 4, and then +1 to adjacent spells. I'll take it just because I think I can sell it then. Because it was a kind of a rare spell, I think. Nullify. Alright, we got a lot of shields, but we can overcast, or I forget what it's called. Harmony. There we go. Give me that 5. Harmony again. Lots of overflows. Fantastic news. You're doing a lot of damage, my man. Negate the affliction is important. 2 for choke. Overflow again? I was hoping for a 2 out of that so I could have choked you twice. But alas. I don't want to do that. What am expire chakra first, you crazy man. Then bladed wing. Oh, you dummy. I've done this all wrong. Fudge. Well, actually, I think this is fine. And then we cast. So we get 2 uses of bladed wing, and then we'll probably be able to kill you next turn. You're gonna do 6 damage to me? That's okay. We can work around that. Magus. Suppress is gross. Let's go ahead and overflow. We'll do that after we cast Windcrest. Hey, Big Sparky is fun. 2. The key is to get bladed wing to go off twice at least. So let's parcel it out here. So you... And now you're dealing... This will be good enough, because this will do 30... Well... I don't think this is good enough. I think I've made... Well, we're just going to be suppressed, so that'll... I think we can work around this. Let's go ahead and Bladed Wings you twice. Cast our Manifold. And actually, we'll kill you with our Static Shock. Sick. Oh, we took damage because of our Dreadstone. Oh, man. That's okay. I don't know if there was a way around that while killing him that turn. Gather. Gain static. Set random die to 3 to 4. Costs 2. That would work really well with shock again. That one's very interesting. There's synergies there. Arc. Countdown. Deal 6. Spend a shock to deal 6 to another random enemy. That's kind of cool. Gain static. Oh, gain electrified, which gains static per turn. And then cascade. That one's really expensive, though. I kind of like Arc, though. That's up to 12 damage per 4. That's a 3 times return. You know, assuming you have some static. So maybe it would be better if we had our electric coat or whatever it's called. I'm torn between these two. Because this one gains static. What's your upgrade? If it shifts, it counts down by 2. Okay, so you'd want to put that next to a shifter. Like Volt Surge here. But only after you've upgraded it. What about you? Could deal 9 and deal 9. Holy cow. Or deal an extra hit. That's an interesting one, because it's either... So this one's better if you have like an on-hit trigger, and this one's just raw damage. They both kind of do the same thing. Although this one's technically better if you don't have any static to spend. Let's try Arc. I'm not sure if I'm gonna... We need to get some shards to be able to use all of them, but I'm not really sure which one I want to use right now. Cast random spell, cast target spell. Using highest possible die. I don't quite understand what that means. Morph target spell. I don't really like any of these. Let's re-roll these. This is red candle is really, really nice with countdown spells. I'm a big fan of red candle. Let's go to the event. Oh, it's Tritter. Do I lose 9 health to get another shard? I think we do, because we're kind of desperate to be able to get these other things unlocked. So I would like to get Shock in here, because that's going to help us enable counting down things next door. And I kind of like the idea of using Shock to trigger Arc. Like, Windcrest is okay, but it's more of an easier... it's more of an easy enabler for boosting Bladed Wings. But if we can get these guys going, we're going to get Bladed Wings going off earlier anyway. And what I'd really like to see is Shock between Arc and Haze. Truly. To the point that maybe I'd want to replace Choke right now, actually. Let's try it. I think I like that. Alright, into the Elite Battle. This will be a bit of a litmus test for us. Ah, the Cyclops boys. You have the Crone Eye. I forget who I like to kill first. I feel like it's the big guy. Alright, so let's go ahead and... set lowest die to 7. So we're going to overload, which is good. Overflow, I should say. Do it again. Now throw these 4s into Shock. We're going to attack this guy, which is going to charge Arc and Haze. So Haze, we apply weakness maybe to this guy. And then we Arc him. We don't have any static to spend, but maybe soon. Although we won't, because we took away our electric die. So unfortunately, we won't be able to utilize that. But Shock again. To charge both of these spells. That's pretty sick, actually. And then upgrade the 2 to a 5. Chakra. Chakra. And then Haze. We're actually blocking all of the damage, which is sick. But I would love to trigger you because you're going to do 32 damage and actually kill this guy. So let's go ahead... I wish you were a 4. What I think I'm going to do is trigger Red Candle the first turn. That works. And then Manifold. And then we're going to Bladed Wings you. And you're gone. Or would I rather get rid of one of your friends? Well, we wouldn't be able to. Let's just get rid of this guy. And that blocks the damage. We do get sapped, so we got to keep an eye on that. You're going to lifesteal. That's interesting, because I didn't damage you, so that's not super helpful for you. Let's lead off with this 3. Hitting this guy. I forgot. It was supposed to be on an attacking enemy. My bad. Does this count? Yes, it is. It's still an attack, so I figured it counted, but you never know. Now apply weak and then an arc. I need to get a way to generate static now because that's a big hindrance. Or at least replace arc with something better, maybe. Upgrade to a 6. Upgrade to an overflow. And then do it again. Alright, Shock, you, Haze, Arc, and then chakra. Haze again. Oh, the fact that we have the sap 2 on us is actually pretty brutal. You're gonna heal all of your health back too. Boo. I don't think there's much we can do about this. Let's go ahead and let these guys charge up. And then just throw them in Bladed Wings, and we'll just have to tank some damage here. Oh, you only healed yourself 4 because we blocked most of it. Cool. I thought he was gonna generate a bunch on his own. Let's overflow. Overflow. Well, I think we shock. Because that lets us cast these 2 spells twice. And then I think we do it again. I think I should have been casting Weak on you, because my goal is to kill you this turn, so... And actually, we can do it right now. I forgot about killing you actually takes shield away from me. Upgrade. That's rude. Chakra. Countdown twice. Alright, weaken him. And then arc him. And actually, we have enough shield to do this right now. Do we want to manifold you both? I don't think so. Let's just throw this in here. I think we've got our kind of flow chart. I think arc could be replaced, or if we can find something that gives us static, that would also be helpful. We would like to overflow. And give me a 6, or a 5, sorry. And then overflow again. Well, we have 2 4s. I feel like whenever you have 4s, you should throw them into shock. Although you're not actually attacking us, I forgot about that. Manifold all 3 of your die. And then let's use that. Oh, use this. And now we kill you. Nice. Take that, nerd. Shard, yes. All right, give me something that generates... Aha! Oh, but it's only a 4. But we do throw 4 into our guy a lot. And by our guy, I mean the into shock. Ooh, that's tempting. Because you could do shock, arc, and then magnetize. And then if you upgraded magnetize, it would gain 6 spark, which would cycle back on shot or on arc every time. I think I'm very tempted to do magnetize. Let's give it a shot. I don't think Volt Surge is gonna work. I don't think Windcrest is ever gonna make it back. Choke I'm still tempted by, but I think we have kind of a plan. So let's unlock this other spell. And now the plan is to shock with 4, trigger arc. Maybe, does it trigger left to right? Because then shock would go, magnetize would let you gain, well, it wouldn't necessarily let you gain right off the bat. But once you used it twice, you would gain shock or static, and then that would let you fire off arc after the fact. So I think that's useful. Let's try it out. In real battle. What is this, man? I've never seen your kind before. Master calls your magic is his. On health loss, gain 4 block and shade armor. You're gonna do 20 damage to me? Holy balls. How rude of you. Overflow. And then no, we want to keep the 4s. Change you to a 5. And then throw the 4s into shock. Oh, I'm a moron. You don't count as countdown. Oh, no. Oh, devastating. And this doesn't even help us because it doesn't attack nearby enemies. It's still a pretty good spell, but a little devastating that it didn't work the way I wanted it to. I thought maybe it would trigger arc. We have a 1. What are you gonna do? What are we gonna do with a 1? Throw it into haze. Ugh, gross. Right, let's try to do this turn better. I think I've was operating under false pretenses. Okay, so now there we go. Throw the 6 in there. Throw the 4 in there. And then haze 3 times to just weaken him a bunch. And then shock him a little. And then that'll dump some... I don't know why that charged arc up fully. Confusing. But I think that's fine. We did 7 damage to him. Muffled. Reduce block and damage on spell to 0. Gross. I don't like that at all. Don't put that on chakra. I'll be devastated. Harmony. Do it again. Throw you into here. Weaken him a little bit. We could cast Haze twice, and then that lets Bladed Wings do more damage. Nice. It's gonna be a bit of a slog fighting this guy, I feel like. This Muffled goes away after 1 turn, okay. So it doesn't pay to throw things into shock this turn. Make a 6. Let's overflow. Hey, a lot of 4s is fun. Magnetize twice. Get us some static. Overflow to 6. Or not overflow. Now we overflow. Okay. Then... Chakra. I just realized you're not attacking me this turn. So... there's no way to make you... I think we use Chakra to do... well... I think we manifold all 3 of you now that I think about it. Because what this will do is we can just throw a haze on you. It doesn't really do anything, but we can fire Bladed Wings twice. Which is pretty strong. And then I think I can juice Bladed Wings enough, depending on what we get from our die, to kill you next turn. Nice. Oh, cool. The conduit works on himself. That's really neat. I didn't know that's how that worked. All of a sudden, I remember the Vex is a little troubling because we don't have... This is confusing. But because we don't have the the choke spell, because that uses 1 to 2s. Now all of a sudden I care about 1s. Or I'm annoyed by having 1s in my rotation here. Let's go ahead and shock him. -1 to highest dice. Okay, so that would take you down to a 5, but I think that's okay. And this is gonna eat a little bit of electricity to do more damage. Now we just need to do enough damage with bladed wings. Okay. The problem being, I don't know if I can knock down enough of our spells to make bladed wings do enough damage. Right now it's doing 11. I need it to do 15. Actually, if we clear shock and then arc, and then we manifold art 6, now we got you. Nice. Oh, fudge! I forgot about the I forgot about the stupid stone. Apply weak to all enemies. I don't think we'll use the energizing potion. We could have used it earlier. I'm suffering from too good to use syndrome. Air wall. Gain shield shift. If it shifts, it gains a shield. Turn end, shift it to the right. Huh. When this enemy is attacked this turn, you gain block. Dissonant voice. Odd. Okay. Well, none of these are countdown. Get magnetized out of here. I screwed that all up. This is the way we want this to roll down. And then I think I want choke back. And then unfortunately, like without magnetize though, we can't really make use of the static ability. However, what this kind of does is it's basically just like a total of 10 damage for a 4, assuming they're attacking us, which they might not be. Let's see if we can get a better countdown. We don't even have any countdown. Absorb potential. Gain electrified. Spend electrostatic to return the die with -1. That's really cool because you punch in a 6 in there. Now all of a sudden we have an engine to make you work. The problem is, what do you ditch choke again? I really like choke for utilizing the 1s. I think we try it. Okay. All right. I think the Hydra is tough, but I think we can do the Hydra. Oh, I hate the Poxbringer, man. All right, we got 4s, we got Cascade. So let's go ahead. Overflow is great. 2 4s is fantastic. Give me a 6. Ah, I wanted absorb potential to go off. Although we don't have any shock now that I think about it. So let's go ahead and shock you twice. Then we weaken you. And arc you. Then we do it again. I like this little engine we have over here. That's fun. Now, we would like to deplete Haze. Weaken you even further. You're not even hurting me now. Now it's all about just pumping up bladed wings. And it would be really nice to be able to have gotten a 6 out of that. But you guys together have done almost 30 damage, so that's pretty nice. You're doing 32 damage, which will kill you, well, won't kill you actually, unfortunately. I think we do want to hit you though. And then you're gonna spit at me, but it's not gonna hurt me. All right, we got a 6. You're doing, we need just to do 2 damage to you. So let's absorb potential. And then I would like to Harmony. And then do it again. One more time. Okay. Now, Chakra. And then Shock you? Yeah, the trick is it always summons more heads. Alright, focus fire one of them. Then I don't really need to attack either of you this turn, but we probably should. And then just dump summon Bladed Wings to make that easier next time. We do have Curse to deal with this turn. Alright. So we've got Static, which will run charge for us. So let's go ahead and Harmony. Overflow. This will give us a 5 back. But we do want to Overflow, so let's Overflow again. 4s is fantastic. And then this will give us a 7. Alright, we got lots of 4s to play around with. Nice! To random other enemy, gotcha. And then Chakra, I guess. Twice? Because this will deal more. We should be depleting Chakra first if we're going to. Because that'll make shock stronger. Shocked the body that time. Interesting. Let's go ahead and make... Let's cast this? Well... This is tricky, because I would like to deplete Haze, but I would like to be able to fire off Bladed Wings. Oh, let's make everything Manifold. Cast Arc. Then deplete Haze, which makes Bladed Wings do almost 40 damage. And then we cast Bladed Wings for free, which allows us to kill this guy. Well, not kill him, but do a lot of damage to him. Okay, that was a pretty good turn. Now we need to kill 3 more heads. I got a lot of damage coming in. We would like to make you basically null and void. So give me a 6. Return with the 5. Give me another 6. And then I think I would like to return as a 5 again. Then a 6. Chakra. Well, I think we want to shock. I want to start shocking things. Let's go for this guy since he's the weakest. Oh, you're not attacking. Ah. Hold on. Back up. Got to start over. Give me a 6. Give me the 5 back. Give me a 6 again. Give me a 5 back. Give me a 6. Cool. Chakra twice. Then shock you, because you're actually attacking, which allows me to play all of our other stuff. So then we weaken you. And then we arc this guy. And then we do it all over again. And then maybe we just target the poison head. And we're not taking any damage, so we're good ending the turn. That guy providing block to his pals is annoying, but we can work around it. Alright, we gained a cascade, so we would like to start getting 6s. And now we're generating a crap ton of static because of absorb potential. So give me that 5 back. Give me another 6. Another 5. Overflow. Now, we would like to... Your guys are doing a crazy amount of damage this turn, I just realized. So let's go ahead and throw Chakra, Chakra. And then Manifold all of you? Because that allows us to do 10. So the nice thing about Manifold is when it's a deal X, that dice counts as like a 10 or technically it's an 8 when you punch it in there. I think we just want to weaken you on the off chance you don't get Poxbringer through our shield. And maybe I don't think we'll kill you this turn. I guess it depends on if this works out. I would love for this to just charge up all the way, but I think I need to cast it this turn because I'm going to take 13 damage otherwise. Honestly, those were the 2 spells I wanted to hit. Cast 5 spells using only a single die. That's fun. We are taking some damage, though. It would have been nice if I had gotten slightly more to be able to fire bladed wings, but that's okay. A little bit of damage. I think we can get through this. If we get through this, though, we'll probably pause the episode. Absorb potential. We're just going crazy with the static here, which is fun. Do it again. And then overcharge. Alright, not the greatest die rolls that time. But thankfully they're not doing a ton of damage to me this turn. So we would like to cast Shock against you. And then we just cast it on this guy because your buddies aren't actually attacking us. We might actually be able to kill this guy just with the spells outside of Bladed Wings. Although Bladed Wings will finish you. So maybe we just get rid of you. The Poxbringer is back. We've been cursed. I think we actually just want to charge up Bladed Wings like crazy here. And then just let it roll down. You're our next target because you're at half health. So if we can kill you, that's 200 damage off the body. Not a great roll. 17 static is crazy. You guys are doing a crap ton of damage to me this turn, so I dislike that. I'm going to manifold our lower die here. Oh, 3 random. Nice! I don't know if I like that, actually. Oh, you come back still as a manifold. Baller! Although it doesn't matter to here. Set the lowest die to 12? That's crazy sauce. Dude, what have we done? It's nuts. Set it to 14. Okay, never mind. Manifold going into Harmony is insanity. Holy cow. We're gonna have so many dice. Set the lowest die to 12, right? Yeah, then we'll get 2 6s out of it. I guess we do it. Yeah, we got 2 manifold 6s. This is crazy sauce. Gain 13. Oh my god. I didn't realize. So manifold doesn't just count in countdown sockets. It counts as X die too. I've just learned something fascinating. This is so strong. Holy cow. We've gained the keys to the kingdom. 6 and 6. So now we have 26 damage. You're still punching through it, which is crazy. But we're gonna shock you guys. Like, probably that guy. Because, I mean, we're trying to eat through their block anyway. They all have so much shield, which is annoying, but we'll make it work. And we want to weaken you as much as possible so you can't harm us. Then we would like to deplete haze. Yeah, now we're doing okay. Then we would like to deplete arc. I know I was supposed to kill this guy, but now I'm like gonna work both of them down at the same time. Then we've bladed wings you. And then we actually can kill you. And now we just need to murder this guy. You shot the wrong head. Dude, the manifold die going into Harmony is so strong. I can't believe I never realized that before. Cause like, so if I do this right, cast this into a manifold, transform it into a 6, or okay. Now you're a 6, but I put you. Now all of a sudden you're creating insane amounts of dice, right? Just crazy amounts of dice. So let's see here. We want to shock. So let's shock like. Oh, but you're not attacking. That's why I wasn't attacking you. Maybe we can kill this pox head then. Just go to town on the pox head and generate a bunch of damage on bladed wings, and then as soon as bladed wings is maxed out, or at least does enough damage, you can kill him. So now up to 25. We could clear chakra. The math is not mathing. But we're not actually going to take any damage this turn, so I guess it's fine. And then bladed wings, and then we were so close to being able to murder you. Dude, the static that we generate every turn is wild, too. I should definitely be throwing 6s into this guy, like, every time. Alright, Harmony. We need to boost you to be able to do a decent amount of damage. And do it again. It would be nice if shock had one more use out of it, and then I could deplete all of them. That would be pretty sick. Oh, we got you. Nice. Goodbye. Woo! That was a rough one, but we puzzled our way through it. All right, what do we got? Minus a die, but spells apply extra status to effect to you. I'm not into that. Start a battle, roll ether. That's just nice. And then roll extra die, and then 2 random dice each turn become Vex. Versus gaining curse. Well, I guess that's different than what I thought it was. Because Vex removes the amount that goes into a die from. But we could override that with Manifold too. Man, I'm tempted by the Hex Robe, but I feel like I could also screw myself with it. It's confusing me. I almost feel like Ether would just be nice because you just get 2 dice at the beginning. I think that's good, and then we can figure out if we want that later. Overclock. Gain shield. When you gain static, it counts down by 3. Skybreak. Deal X damage X amount of times. So if you put a 3 in there, it does 9 damage. I guess you could probably upgrade it. Yeah. 25 is actually pretty sick. But I just don't see that working for us. Shift. If you shift... If it's aligned to the left, gain X power and shift all the way to the right. I think I'm just going to take Overclock and sell it. I do like what we have going on here. 3 to 6 doesn't really jive for us. We like putting 4s in here. Ooh, it gaining static when you use it is nice because that would just allow us to generate more static and could possibly make a case for Overclock jumping out there. You probably I don't see maybe Overclock could replace Chakra. I just feel like we have a lot of good going on here. But let's jump into the portal. We will come back next time with the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see the conclusion of this run and you want to see more episodes of SpellRogue, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.